Digicel TV, home of Rugby League. Dial *515# to subscribe.
Hello and welcome. This is TVWAN News. I'm Tracy Pa. In this edition, settlers hedge to vacate land. PMIZ project remains in Madang. And first ever Gurrius women head coach appointed. The Minister for Justice, Pila Niningi, urged settlers who were settling on land portion 86 at Bomana in the nation's capital to vacate the land before the office of the official trustee began its eviction exercise. Plans are underway to begin eviction this month. Following the success of the court order that ruled in favor of the office of the official trustee in 2013 and granted the land portion 86 at Bomana as a missing person, the office of the official trustee then legally issued the land portion to the Department of Justice and Attorney General under the housing scheme for lawyers and staff to build their houses. According to the office of the official trustee, the first eviction exercise was conducted in 2015, but due to political endurance with the NCD governor, the settlers of that land filed a review to the National Court. However, that review was dismissed in its entirety in 2018. From 2018 to this date, the second eviction was put on hold due to the funding and logistic constraints. The third eviction exercise will commence anytime this month and will be administered with the eviction plans of No. 1 Super Limited and the Office of the Sheriff. To implement the eviction exercise, Justice Minister Pila Niningi is calling on the settlers to immediately vacate the land.
I appeal to those who are staying there, please vacate in your free will, give it to us and let the development taking place. So land must be meaningfully used.
Niningi said the illegal grabbing of land has become so big and is causing hindrance for development to take place. This is something that needs to be addressed and tolerated at the highest level.
Grabbing land as they please, they can settle on any land, and this cannot be accepted. We must tell them that if the pressure is mounting, so be it, and we will fight back. We are not going to tolerate this behavior.
He said it is quite disheartening to spend a lot of money going in and out of the courts to secure land. Therefore, he warned illegal land grabbers that they must vacate the land immediately if they do not have a land title, as the rightful authority will still take ownership of their land.
So much money to acquire the land and go into the process, going into court cases. We spend millions already to acquire this land.
The Deputy Commissioner of Police for Specialist Operations, Donald Yambasumbi, says the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary lacks forensic expertise and facilities. Yambasumbi said this when testifying at the Commission of Inquiry into RPNGC's January 10th civil unrest on Thursday, August 1st. From independence up until today, the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary continues to send valuable forensic evidence overseas due to the lack of expertise and facilities in the country. This is an issue that was brought up by the Deputy Commissioner of Police for Specialist Operations, Donald Yamasombi, during the Commission of Inquiry on RPNGC's January 10th riot on Thursday of this week. He was tasked by the inquiry chairman and Commissioner Justice Elinas Batari to clarify why sending forensic evidence overseas is still an issue.
Samplings that we are doing, we are sending them offshore because we don't have the trained personnel and we don't have the equipment for analysis purposes in country.
Yamasombi said due to the sensitivity of evidence police receive daily, such as large kilograms of cocaine, they continue to send evidence overseas to ensure they deliver evidence to the courts.
We have to send it overseas because we don't have storage facilities here. We don't have an exhibit store. It's risky these days to keep such things here in country. We don't have a secure place to keep such highly sensitive and sought after items.
Yamasombi said this is a need area that they plan to implement in the new police structure.
In forensics, we have the view of upgrading it to a directorate. So we have trained personnel and a director who can manage that skill sets and those specialist equipment in that area.
In a recent demonstration of the long-standing cooperation between the Australia and Papua New Guinea Defence Force, Defence Australia has delivered essential equipment to the PNG Defence Force. This shipment includes tents, command settlers, and 500 folding knots to enhance temporary accommodation for soldiers and recruits. This equipment will enable the PNGDF to facilitate troop movements across the country, aligning with PNG government priorities. The additional resources will provide crucial support in accommodating and training new recruits. Australian Defence Advisor to PNG Colonel Travis Gordon signed the formal transfer and expressed satisfaction with the immediate deployment of the resources for training purposes. BSP PNG has announced its support for the Sepik River Crocodile and Hearts Festival, which will be held on Monday, 5th to the 7th of this month in Ambunti, East Sepik Province.
This annual three-day cultural celebration highlights the vital role of crocodiles in the cultural traditions and beliefs of the Sepik River communities. The festival is a vibrant display of the cultural significance of the Sepik River and its crocodiles to the local people who depend on the river as the primary source of food and transportation. Deputy Branch Manager of BSP TVWAN, Margaret Tiona, expressed the bank's enthusiasm in supporting the event, stating crocodiles are deeply rooted in Sepik culture, symbolizing strength, power, and manhood. She highlighted the importance of preserving traditions such as the skin cutting initiation rites, where men bear scars that resemble crocodile scales, marking their passage into manhood. BSP has contributed 30,000 kina to the festival, reaffirming its commitment to promoting and celebrating cultural heritage within the community. Fiona stated that BSP is proud to support events that preserve and pass on cultural practices to the next generation. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bungim Yumi.
Hiya, Mama. You eat them, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical cuddle, get up and big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young plana lapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Welcome back. Dr. Brina Brandt, a dedicated veterinarian with a profound passion for wildlife preservation, has been an integral member of the Nature Park team for September 2023 to July 2024. Her unwavering commitment to animal wildlife has left a lasting impact on the park and its inhabitants. Dr. Brandt has selflessly volunteered her time and expertise to care for a diverse range of animals at the park. Her role as a protector of the wildlife department involved providing essential medical treatment and rehabilitation to injured and healed animals. A skillful care and compassionate approach have facilitated the recovery of countless creatures, allowing them to return to their natural habitats. Recently, the wildlife team bid a heartfelt farewell to Dr. Brandt, expressing gratitude for her exceptional contributions. The farewell event featured touching speeches, memorable moments, and thoughtful gifts from the management and staff of the park, all reflecting their appreciation to her volunteer work at the park. Turning abroad in Australia, several people have been hospitalized, including some in intensive care. Authorities have not found a source of infection, but are focused on links to Melbourne's north and western suburb.
Area that authorities believe could be the source of an outbreak.
Very sadly, one person, a lady in her 90s, has died after contracting Legionnaire's disease.
There are currently 60 confirmed cases and 10 suspected cases. Most are adults over 40. 59 of the confirmed cases and 7 of the suspected cases have been hospitalised.
There is a chance we will continue to see cases continue to come in over subsequent days, and part of that is because we know there is an incubation period.
It's believed the outbreak originated from a cooling tower and that the tower is located somewhere in North Laverton and Derrimut, west of Melbourne. There are more than 100 towers in the area, and authorities hope that by the end of the day they'll have disinfected and tested close to 60.
I am confident that there's a high likelihood we've already visited the source.
It's unusual to see an outbreak like this. Authorities believe the disease has been spread further by wind and a high concentration of Legionella in the cooling tower.
The other unusual thing is that a lot of people have ended up in hospital, so they seem to be quite seriously ill, and that might suggest they've inhaled a larger dose of Legionella, or there's something inherently more kind of virulent about this particular strain.
It's the biggest outbreak since 2000, when 125 cases were traced to the Melbourne Aquarium. Doctors are urging Melburnians to look out for symptoms, including cough and fever.
Many of these infectious respiratory illnesses present with very similar symptoms. There's some that skew us one way or the other, but ultimately it comes down to testing.
Testing that could prevent serious illness.
Representative of the Naguja people have described the event as the start of a process of truth-telling.
A commemoration recognising a sacred place with a devastating past. This waterhole near Geraldton, called Woolabulungu or Bootanul Springs, was the site of a massacre in 1854. Now Naguja people have welcomed descendants of the settlers involved, sharing oral history about the event passed down generations from 170 years ago.
They came from all sides, that side, and made like a killing ground, really.
Official records estimate 30 people were killed in the attack, described as a retaliation against threats to settlers and their livestock.
I don't trust any recording of it because it says 30 people, but I believe it was 300. Somebody dropped a zero somewhere.
While it's unclear how many were killed, academic research shows local police led the attack, supported by station hands. Descendants who say their settler ancestors were involved faced uncomfortable facts.
The guilt and shame that sort of stops a lot of us from doing the work. It's hard to get through it, but it's just part of the journey.
But it's been worthwhile for those taking part in this ceremony.
Even with the knowledge of the past, you have extended your hands to mine in a search for truth and healing that I think we all seek in common.
And just to start a process of truth-telling, I find it makes me feel more freer.
Dancing together on country in a step towards reconciling the past.
And that ends this news segment. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
The Toyota JD Hi-Ace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hi-Ace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hi-Ace bus and experience the Hi-Ace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectation.
All Mama Flame is story all same.
Mr. Waves in Flame Flower long one yam. Mr. Me Kim Kai Kai belong family belong me. You go more yet.
Man belong me save like him flower balls belong me what them cover war na spring ania. All pikinini belong me save like him to mas pineapple donut me save walk him lo house. Me make kumu mix him on them cow na karama pim long flower.
Tasty hash browns.
Time is kelly one time olar pela kai kai. Me save kissing more kai kai long all get a toya me tromoy one time flame flower.
You in a making more one time flame flower.
Enjoying life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot in talk, young or old, a scale-race family meal with home. We'll bring out the smiles cause it's our favorite of mine. Fantasy cola, scale rice on scale price. Fantasy cola, scale rice on scale price. Amber, you like it?
Thanks for staying with us. In a packed Stade de France, France's largest stadium, Leonie Behu took on the 100-meter track with courage. Behu recorded a personal best time of 11.63 seconds, finishing third in the preliminary round and qualifying for round 1. 17 of the 36 athletes from the preliminary advanced into round 1. Advancing into round 1, Behu competed in Heat 5 for a spot in the semi-finals against 71 other athletes. Finishing 8th with a time of 11.73 seconds in round 1, Behu said she was happy with her results. Team PNG looks forward to Georgia Lee Velez competition in the 50-meter freestyle tonight. Agma Gurriers senior trainer George Tobata has been appointed as the head coach of the first ever Gurriers women for the inaugural PNG NRL W competition, the Santos Cup, which officially kicks off today at the Santos National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. Tobata has been part of the Gurriers system for the past decade and is also involved in the schools program and other development program in the province. Tobata said they have a squad of 25 girls made up of young and experienced and recruited from the 3 major leagues in the province, Rabaul, Kokopo and Gazelle. He expressed that he is taking on the challenge and adjusting well with spotting from the coaching staff. And before the weather in news, the National Fisheries Authority of Papua New Guinea and the Ministry of the International Trade and Investment have made separate statements regarding the Pacific Marine Industrial Zone in Madang Province. In July, the Ministry of International Trade and Investment announced that the East New Britain Province is set to develop 2 new potential special economic zones, the Rabaul Freeport and Tokwa Airport City. This announcement has caused confusion regarding the PMIZ in Madang Province, the East New Britain Initiative, and the proposed potential SEZs in East New Britain Province.
In a media statement, the National Fisheries Authority clarified that the Pacific Marine Industrial Zone project remains in Madang Province and has not been relocated to East New Britain Province, contrary to recent speculation. NFA states that the PMIZ project and the East New Britain Initiative, or ENBI concept, are 2 distinct initiatives of the PNG government. In contrast, the ENBI is a regional concept endorsed by the Pacific Island Forum leaders that calls for regional collaboration in various development opportunities that is aimed at developing and establishing innovative and inclusive investment pathways. The NFA envisages that once fully implemented, the PMIZ will be one of the projects to be considered as an investment development opportunity under the ENBI for other FFA member countries to consider investing in. Meantime, Minister for International Trade and Investment Richard Maru, in a press conference, assured that Madang remains the location of the PMIZ. In regards to East New Britain provincial government's plans to develop 2 new potential special economic zones, the Rabaul Freeport and Tokwa Airport City, Minister Maru says they are within their rights to do so. It is indeed a separate endeavor from the PMIZ. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
And now the weather focused for the past 24 hours. Mamase, isolated showers and isolated thunderstorm. New Guinea Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain along the southern coast of New Britain, and the Highlands region, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. That ends the news tonight. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.